This is page 4, the staff bass clef. Just like in the last one where we learned about treble clef, we're going to learn about the bass clef, which of course looks like this. The bass clef appears at the beginning of each staff. The clef shown here is a bass clef. The instruments that read this are mid to low sounding instruments. For example, we have bassoon, and you're going to write this right here. We have trombone, euphonium, also baritone, same thing. Little difference in the way they're made. Of course, tuba. We also have timpani. French horn can also read bass clef. So it's critical that if you play this instrument, these instruments, that you need to learn all of the notes in the staff for bass clef instruments. And if I missed one, my bad. Okay, and of course bass and jazz band would do that as well. Piano would do both. Each note on the bass clef staff has a letter name. So for this, the lines are good, boys, do, fine, always. The spaces are all, cows, eat, grass. Very easy to remember. If you want to write that there, that's okay too, but you're going to use this to keep track. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do number 1. Practice drawing the bass clef sign by tracing over the guidelines. Okay, we're going to start on the 4th line. We're going to draw a little semicircle, go midpoint of the 3rd space. Come back up, touch the top line, loop around like a little ear, and then stop in the middle of the 1st space. Then of course our 2 dots go right in the middle of the 3rd and 4th space. We're going to do it again. Start on the 4th line, circle around, touch the top line, curly Q down. You notice the bottom is about where it started, like a little half heart. And then put your 2 dots in. Practice on your 3 examples provided, and then we're going to do one by freehand. So I'll start here, halfway, up to the top line, curly Q around and down. Add my 2 dots. There's 1. Let's do it again. There you go. And it wants you to draw 5 of those, so I only drew 2. You can do the remaining 3 on your own. Make sure you do 5. Put a check next to it. Number 2, draw a bass clef at the beginning of each staff, and write the letter name of each note. So we're going to use what we just learned. Check. Letter name. All letter names must be capitalized, so we're going to use our chart up here to help us answer these. All cows eat. If you draw a lowercase e here, you get no credit for it. Good boys do fine. All. Good boys do fine always. And you can do the remaining ones on your own. When you're done with that, put a check next to it. Number 3, draw the bass clef at the beginning of the staff and then draw the notes indicated. So you're going to do the same as number 2, but this time you're going to draw in whole notes for these. So we'll start here. Check, got that done. If a note can be drawn in more than one place on the staff, choose which one you want to draw. Okay, in our case, we're going to go ahead and draw both. And you'll notice here, G appears twice, and so does A. And I'll show you how we're able to draw both at the same time. It'll look like a chord, parts of a chord. So, all cows. That's not a G or an A, so we're just going to do the one. All, this is an A, so here we go. We're going to do one here, and we're going to do one here. Notice that I'm careful. If I draw it in a space, that I touch the lines. If I draw it on a line, then I intersect about halfway in the next space. Let's find a G. So we'll do one more. All cows eat. And here's our G way over here. Good boys do fine. Always. Nope, not there. All cows eat grass. Here we go. And those are both of our G's. You'll notice that some of these repeat. So you would literally do exactly what you did here for this. You can do the rest of that on your own. Number 4, draw the bass clef at the beginning of the staff. Let's start by doing that. Write the letter name of each note. Then circle the higher note in each pair. Okay? All cows eat grass. We're going to put a G here. Good boys. And which note is physically higher than the others? Obviously this one is. We're going to do the same here. This is a C and an F. There you go. You could do the remaining 4 on your own, or check next to it when you're done. And the last one, number 5. Draw the bass clef at the beginning of the staff. Here we go. Yep, didn't look as good as the others, but it's still a bass clef. Write the letter name for each note, then circle the lower note in each pair. So this one wanted higher, this one wants lower. So this is a all cows eat grass, G. Good boys do fine, and an F. Which one is lower? This one is physically lower. The F is lower than the G. This is a B and a G. And you can do the remaining 4 on your own. Put a check next to it when you're done.